it took me quite a while to get into Brewster's Millions. Eventually, I'd say I started to enjoy it, but it's not the most entertaining. This was released in 1985. It's directed by Walter Hill. It's written by Timothy Harris and Herschel Weingrod, and we have a cast including Richard Pryor and John Candy. Great cast. One of the reasons why I was really looking forward to watching this is because of the cast. That's kind of what drew me to the film. And then we had the description of the narrative, and it sounded really, it sounded different. I wasn't really sure how this was going to play out. And basically, in a nutshell, Montgomery Brewster, Richard Pryor's character, has inherited $300 million. However, he only gets the money if he can spend $30 million in 30 days, which seems like a lot of money, but compared with 300 million, I feel like most people would spend 30 million in a short space of time if they're going to get 10 times that in return. But there are a lot of rules, and basically the main rule is that he's not allowed to have anything to show for it by the end of it. So he can't buy anything. He can't buy a property. He can't buy anything that he could keep. He can't just donate all of the money. He has to spend it in a very reckless way. And my first thought was, why? What is the point of this? But it's all about seeing the value for money. If anybody were to spend $30 million in 30 days, it would feel amazing. It would absolutely feel incredible. But then to get to the end of those 30 days and have nothing to show for it is going to feel terrible. So it's actually about teaching the value of money, spending recklessly to ultimately learn to not do that. And I guess that kind of makes sense. Whereas if he was just given the 300 million, he might go and spend it recklessly and then have nothing to show and have no more money left by the time he learned that lesson. So I actually think, in a way, it's a good idea. Granted, he could have just done this with $1 million. I don't think it needed to be 30 million. But for me, of course, the big question was, how is he going to spend this? This could be a really fun and fascinating film, very unpredictable. And yeah, I guess I'd say it was unpredictable. I didn't know what was going to happen, and the element of surprise was quite good. But I can't really say I enjoyed it. I just didn't find it to be very entertaining. I didn't think Brewster was the most fascinating character. I didn't dislike him. I didn't not care for him or anything. I just ultimately didn't find him to be that interesting. Certainly for a protagonist, he was just a little bit bland. Pryor gave a good performance with the material he had to work with, but I just didn't think the character was that interesting. And yes, it is unpredictable, but that doesn't automatically mean that it was a fun and entertaining film. So I guess it's okay. It did take me a while to get into it and to start to enjoy it. And as I said, I did get there eventually. But in general, I came away from it feeling like it was an okay experience. Going into it, I felt like it would be so much better. It sounded like it was going to be a lot more entertaining. And unfortunately, it just didn't deliver. Do I recommend it? If you're curious to see how he spends the money and if he's able to do it, then sure, check it out. That element of it definitely is fascinating. But if you're looking for a funny, entertaining, gripping, engaging story, then I definitely don't think it quite delivers with that. So maybe I recommend it. I don't think it's that great, but it's not terrible. It's a watchable film. It's an interesting concept, not exactly the best execution, but it is watchable. And the cast is very good. So if you're curious, check it out. I suppose I don't mind having watched it. It didn't quite meet my expectations, but I suppose Brewster's Millions was an okay film.